Hello and welcome to Day 2 Gate of Theories. Today, let's talk about the hit Netflix dating show, Love is Blind. Before we get into that, just want to say there probably will be spoilers in this video. In fact, there is definitely going to be spoilers in this video. So if you have not seen it, please click away, otherwise the show is spoilt for you. If you've already seen it or you don't care about spoilers, then this video is going to be perfect. So we'll get straight into that. But if you are new around here and wouldn't mind clicking that subscribe button, that'd be awesome, as we're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible, and every little helps. Why you should subscribe? We do TV and film videos every week, 2 videos a week. I'm sure there's going to be something you want to see. And if you do subscribe and you want to see certain videos on certain film and TV things, then put it in the comment section below and we can try and do some videos around them for you. But without further ado, let's get talking about Love is Blind. Okay, so Love is Blind is like the complete opposite of Naked Attraction, which is another dating show that I have no idea how it made it to TV. Like, that show, Naked Attraction, weird as, where you see everything first, like full bodies. This is the complete opposite. You don't see any other person, they just talk to them first and try and build that emotional connection before there's a physical connection, which I suppose is a good message in that, like, love's not always about the physical attraction first, and it shouldn't just be about the physical attraction. However, in the real world, you have dating apps that are all designed around looks first, rather than get to know someone and then go off that. And I suppose that, like, you've got to always be attracted to someone before you can build that emotional thing. But they've reverse engineered this. It's like opposite of Tinder. And did the show work? That is the question you got to really ask yourself. So let's look back at it. So obviously the show, when it finished, there was 2 married couples who are still married. There's a couple who didn't get married on the show but are still together, and then there's the rest of them who have found themselves and through their experience grown from it. So let's start with the married couples, the success stories of Love is Blind, starting with Cameron and Lauren. Their story was they were the first to get engaged on the show, and they just seemed to suit each other. Like, they were sort of perfect for each other in that, like, emotional sense. They really connected really well. And then when they saw each other, obviously you could see there was definitely a physical attraction. The only thing was going to be, once they got into the real world, how the world would react to them. I don't think that was a worry at all. It was more how the world would react to them, and like their friends and family would be the only thing that split them. But they seemed to be perfect and prove that love is blind in that sort of sense. Would they have met in the real world? Had they been in like a bar or something? Maybe. Maybe not, who knows, but I think that connection definitely proved that maybe love is blind there. Go to the other married couple, Matt and Amber, who are just like, it's a fiery couple. I'm not gonna lie, Amber is one scary lady, but great at the same time. But that sort of thing that sparked that she knew what she wanted, and he was just drawn to her, gravitated towards her, because obviously he had so many options when he was in the pod. Which is really weird hearing him on the reunion say that he's not good with girls, because clearly he's amazing with them in these pod situations. He had so many people after him, including Jessica, which was more of an issue than I think we perceived. Like, that was a bit shady on her behalf later, but we'll get back to that. But as a couple, I think they worked. I think the fact that they even said on the reunion that since they've been married, they have thought about divorce already. But they've worked through that, I think shows like the sort of strain they were under, and that it wasn't all perfect as it seems. The other couple who's together, Gianna and Damien, they are still together but they didn't get married. I think that was the right step for them. I don't think Gianna was definitely ready at all when it came to the wedding. I mean, who would be ready to get married in 6 weeks they had? 6 weeks, that's crazy. That's a crazy amount of time. Look at us all now, we're all in quarantine for good amount of weeks and we're going crazy, but I couldn't imagine meeting someone and then getting married within 6 weeks. That's the crazy amount of time. So little time. So I think for them it was the best decision to actually wait and work out where it came from, and I think that's worked really well for them, and I hope they do really well, because I think they are well suited. They just need more time, and obviously the fact that they're together even after they said no on a wedding day, that is quite a story in itself. Then we go to the couples who aren't together at all. We'll start off with Kelly and Kenny, who they seem to be like a good fit. It's just the physical connection wasn't there, which is one of the main problems. It won't work. You have to have a physical attraction, I think, to someone if it's going to work in like a dating scenario, and it obviously wasn't there for Kelly. For Kenny, it was all there, and you can. He was heartbroken, and I've been reading a lot of the papers. Like the producer said, he was absolutely gone, and he was trying to just save face with the rest of the show. But he's actually heartbroken. But obviously, he's found someone since the show, so that seems to be all good. And they played it how they fought on the heart and the sleeve, and I definitely think it was a good decision that they didn't get married, because that one wouldn't have worked. It just wouldn't have worked. Then we look at Jessica and Mark, who I think was probably the most controversial couple to go through the whole series. Mark clearly 110% in it with her. She not so much, and I think she was the problem. I don't think she was in the right mindset to be on a show like that. The pressured environment, the having to make that decision so soon, the age gap obviously between her and Mark was just too big of a thing for her, and I don't think she 100% threw herself in. And also the fact that even when she was engaged to Mark, she was still going after Matt Barnett. Like he was her main priority, and obviously that shouldn't happen. If you're engaged to someone, you should be looking for them rather than looking outside that sort of bubble. And I just think that's why that didn't work at all for her. And I do think it was shady, really shady, especially when he was engaged to someone else there as well. And I don't think she should have gone through with the engagement, because clearly she was upset that Barnett wasn't gonna marry her. Like he'd said, oh, I'd propose to you tomorrow, and then when he said no, I don't feel that way, and she cut it all off. I think at that point should have cut off all the other guys as well, because she clearly her heart wasn't in it. So I do feel sorry for Mark, but I think he's learned from that experience a whole lot of things, and I think it's shown a good light that if you believe in, like, he'd shown, like, I don't know how to explain it, but he'd shown him in a really good light and a really positive manner, and he's not going to struggle to find someone in life. He's a good looking guy who's clearly got ambition and has shown that he's actually a real loyal person, and you want to find a loyal person in life. So I think for him that the show has been really good. Then we go on to the couple who only made it to the honeymoon bit, and Colin and Diamond. Clearly there was, like, that's such a big thing for someone to reveal, is like what their sexuality is, the fact they're not heterosexual, the fact they were bisexual, and keeping that under wraps when you've just got engaged to someone, you've only just met them. It's hard for someone to reveal that straight away, even if they really like a person. So the fact that it was just so, like, it was such a pressured environment with all the cameras, and people act differently on camera anyway. The fact that it all came to that, and when he had to reveal it, I think that it was a big moment. I don't think that either of them deserve abuse that they've been getting online. It was a moment that if you were in that situation with that much camera, those pressures, the thought of getting married in like 4 weeks, you could react any certain amount of way. So I'm not surprised it played out at all the way it did, because that's just the way it is. If you were in that situation, what would you do? How would you react to someone telling you that? Would you be like, okay, cool, maybe she should have reacted slightly like in a calmer fashion, but it just got escalated. You're on TV, they need that sort of entertainment drama, and it's the high pressure situation, I think, that caused that. As a whole, did the show work? I thought the show as a whole, for one of the dating shows, I probably wouldn't put it as the top reality dating show to watch. It was a bit boring in places, and some of the episodes were rather long, but as a whole, it kind of worked. It worked itself. I think, though, they should change it so the ending isn't them getting married, because I think that just puts too much pressure on these things to actually show that this sort of process works. I think if they put, like the way Love Island does it, like maybe a nice like speech at the end of it, like we'll stick together, all that thing, I think a lot more couples would be successful on the show. And then the reunions may be a bit more fiery, like you see more on Are You The One, for instance. Their reunions are like fire, everyone's like there and there. I think that sort of thing, but we'll just have to see where the show goes from there. Obviously that was the end of season 1. If it will be renewed for season 2, season 3 down the line, you never know. We'll see if they improve the show, but I think the wedding situation is stressful. It's obviously designed to make good TV, but I think it would be better if it was like a moment where they could say, I'll stick with this person and see how it goes, and then the reunion reveal whether they actually stuck for them for the end of the results, or maybe like make it a longer time period. I don't know. That's just my suggestions. That's my thoughts and feelings. That's what I thought about Love is Blind. Tell me in the field section below, or comment section, you newbies, what you thought of Love is Blind. Did you enjoy it? Where would you rank it in terms of reality dating shows? Because I'd probably put, like, for me to watch, I prefer the likes of Love Island and X on the Beach rather than this, but that's my preference. Some people would probably prefer this. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the show, everyone involved in the show, and what you think of the whole concept. Put it down there, and I'll go through as many as I can, try and respond, but put them down there. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button and share it on social media so your friends can see. If you're new to the channel and wouldn't mind clicking that subscribe button, as I said at the start, that'd be amazing, as I think only about 1% of people who view our videos are actually subscribed. So if you'd like to make that 2%, please, that would be amazing. Reasons to subscribe: we make film and TV videos every week. There's 2 videos a week, so there'll be something you want to watch. And if you want certain TV shows or movies covered, then just tell us and we'll try and get them done for you as soon as possible. If you're already subscribed, and awesome, thank you for doing that. You make our day every day. And if you wouldn't mind also clicking that bell button, then you'll never miss a new video. And as always, we've been here on Gate of Theories. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back on Tuesday with another video. Thanks for watching, guys.
Why don't you love me, love me, love me? Touch me, touch me, touch me no more.